In this video, I'm going to be talking about my cubing life, transforming from this to this, and different cubes too. So yeah, this is going to be really interesting for my 70 sub special. So let's get started. So Rubik's Brains. My story of starting to be a cuber isn't as surprising. Probably like everybody else's story. Member of the family gave them a cube because they probably thought you were smart enough. You go on YouTube or whatever, you learn how to solve it, and then from then you actually keep an interest. Like I kept an interest of these. I started scrambling and solving it all day, every day, and yeah, I started getting more. I think this is my first ever cube right here. This one I got it later on, so this right here was the first one I ever gotten, and you see it's still really like bad as a cube, but still I keep this around because the next 3 cubes I got was this 2x2. It's actually really tiny, like very tiny, like look, and this other 3x3 I was talking about. This is another Rubik's brand, but it's faster and actually feels much more better. Like you see, I'm towing it really good one-handed. This one needs some more force. This 2x2 is tiny and also a Rubik's brand. So see, started off like everybody else with these Rubik's brands. I said I had 3 cubes. My third one was a 5x5, which was also a Rubik's brand. I don't have any more because the stick was like peeled off itself. So yeah, they got really bad and they didn't stick anymore. I got a 5x5 because, not a 4x4 because I was supposed to get a 4x4, but I got this instead, which was pretty good. I didn't have a 2x2 at the time, so I learned how to solve it, and yeah, that's fun also. Next 3 cubes are these mirror cubes. I got a mirror cube because one of my friends had it and it was fun and really exciting because I know how to solve a 3x3. So getting one of these was going to be a challenge for me, and it wasn't. It was just so much more time in this than a normal 3x3. And yeah, the pack I got came with 2 different ones. Then I got this 3x3, which was actually the best one out of them all because it's not a Rubik's brand. Yep. It's one of those cheap ones you could buy in any store, like really cheap, and it's pretty good. It does pop here and there, but still it's something I could recommend to people that's new. It's something you could buy in any store you go up to and go in. Yeah. This was my main for a really long time. And then 4x4. This is my next cube I got in after this one. Sad thing is it came broken. Out of the package, one of the screws were broken, and like one of the edges, one of the corners was twisted, and it came broken, kind of. So yeah. It was not pleasant to turn at all, but this was the first one I had. Like, it even turns the bottom for every time I turn it, so that's how bad it was. Pieces are missing from this because I tried opening it up and checking what's the problem. That's when I found out that this was broken. And yeah, from that's my first 4x4. Wasn't pretty good, but it wasn't pretty good impression on 4x4, but over time I desperately wanted one again, and we'll get into that for my next 4x4. Sometime later I got my first Megaminx. So cheap Megaminx I found, it's not really good, corner cutting sucks. Toning locks up out of nowhere sometimes, but it was cheap, so yeah, it was good for that. I really liked Megaminx at that time because it was big. It was a 3x3. So yeah, in a long time after that, my first really good 5x5. I got this, and I decided to throw my 5x5 away as the other one because the stickers started peeling off, like I said, and it was just terrible. This one's smaller, better, just tones fluently. The Yushin Cloud. So yeah, you see over time I'm getting better cubes and like not using the ones I used to have because that's how it was. You don't go not knowing anything about cubing, and then you don't go out there knowing nothing about cubing and buy like the most expensive Rubik's Cube and use it forever. Because I start off with the cheapest and make my way to the good cubes I know I'm gonna like. So yeah, I got this. It was a main for a really long time. Next up is the first Rubik set I ever got. This, I don't have the 2x2 of it because broke, sadly. 3x3, liked it really good. Main 3x3 at the time. The other one, the one I had a main, kind of broke apart. This was my main 4x4 as well. But look, it's just better. Like, it was the only good 4x4 I had. In 5x5, I was going back and forth with this one and the Cloud. But then I realized the Cloud is better because this one didn't turn as fast and popped as well. So yeah, 2x2, it was also an upgrade. It was locked up out of nowhere too. Like, you could do just a normal U-turn and it stops turning. And the harder you try turning, the pieces inside it just start like colliding and just getting much more tougher to turn. So now, probably a year later, I got this Gan 354M, I think it is. And at the time, this was the second latest cube from Gan, being the first one, the Gan X. So it was really popular at the time, and like, it was amazing by the way I had it. Right now, it's not as good, but still, like, it was really good at the time, since an upgrade from the YK cube I used to have. Yeah, I had this for a really long time, and then upgraded to this, which was really good. But then kind of a problem was occurring, which got worse and worse. I cleaned it out, fixed it up, and still was getting worse. So changed back to this one. The next 7 cubes was this set, Megaminx, no, Killer Minx. This was pretty good. The only Killer Minx I still have. 2x2 main at the time. 3x3 was pretty fast but not good. These two kind of cubes that's not in the WCA, but they're pretty good too. Minx, which is my main. So yeah, it's from that 6. That was another set I had, and I got my full 6x6, which was the Yushin again. Yushin's pretty cheap and also really good for its quality against other cubes at its price. So yeah, that's why I like these cubes. Next up, I got in these two. All of these actually as a birthday gift. I use this one as my main for whatever this is, and Minx is also good, but the tips are really hard to turn. Main 2x2, it's a Valk 2M. It was still really good from as long as it's been. Next one, 7x7. I'm getting into the mains of mine. The YG yufu, magnetic. This is pretty heavy and I don't recommend it. Well, I do recommend it for beginners, but if you're looking for pretty good 7x7, go for the MGC. I got this because the MGC wasn't out yet. And yeah, I used this for a long time because 7x7 was my favorite at the time. Next cube I got was a Gan Megaminx. I was a big upgrade from the other Megaminx I had, and this is my main Megaminx, of course. Didn't expect getting this. It was a gift again. So yeah, it was really good. It's still a really good puzzle, but I think other Megaminx might beat this as how good it can get. Yeah, the Aosu WRM. This is a really good 4x4 as well, my main during this time. And I got in this because I just wanted a good 4x4. Like the 4x4 that I had, just being really bad. And this one didn't do anything bad to me. Yeah, and it's still pretty good right now. Next cube I got, this 3x3. The cheap 3, I forgot the name of this, the cheap RSD 3M, or something like that. $8, and it's my main, better than any cube I had. But I hold like the Gan 11 is still better than this, so some other cubes are better than this still, but still, like $8, $9 for this main, really good. Now, second recent one was this cube, 5x5 MGC. I didn't went for the Valk because it's way too expensive, but I got in this and I'm happy with it. This 5x5 has gotten me into 5x5 for a long time now, and I'm still into it. Probably my most used puzzle from now on. until something else happens. I don't know, but I'm using this more than any of my other ones, so yeah. Now the last of a couple of cubes I got was these puzzles. The set again. I don't use this one. I don't use this one, but this is the only cube I have. If you're wondering, the only cube I have. Don't use that one either. This I can't solve at all. Let me see how far I got on it. And I got in this 3x3, which is apparently decent with S moves. So yeah. And it's cube ball I can't solve either. Yep, that's difficult. I don't know how to solve this at all. So yeah. Usually somebody has a lot of cubes, and the cubing career means they like cubing and probably still do. Because one cube is never the best cube. There's always one that's faster, one that's has the better feeling when you tone it. Corner cutting wise, there's one best. So like there's never one that's always gonna be the best. Like the Gan 11 right now might not be the best of the Gan whatever the next Gan that comes out. So usually switching up your cubes over time is gonna be the thing everybody's gonna do. Even the best cubers right now, they switch over time. Hope you liked this video. This 70 sub special is quite nice from knowing the time I got in really bad cubes and thinking they were the best cubes at the time, and looking at them right now just thinking how dumb I was. It was really funny. So hope you guys enjoy this. Like and sub.